In the picture, a newspaper is drinking water by the river. At this time, it is staring at his son underwater. Before he can react, he is suddenly struggled desperately by the neck hug that rushed out, but he can't get rid of it. The powerful one quickly disappears under the water surface, and it looks like nothing has happened. There are 2 newspapers on the shore. When they see their co-office being dragged into the water, they don't know what to do for a while. Zai wanted to go to the edge of the water to check the situation, but he was afraid. A vortex appeared on the water. It seemed that dinner was right there, and there was no chance to resist it. The newspaper's companion stood nearby for a souvenir. He refused to leave and couldn't accept that his co-officer was captured. They had never been apart since they were big, and once separated, it would be forever. In the water, Yu and Yu Hua exploded, and both sides fought fiercely. What exactly is it? It turned out that Hua Bao came to avenge Lia Bao's cousin, so Hua Bao carefully lit up the best launch point of the water roof plug. He came to this slope and didn't turn his eyes. After watching every move on the water, Hua Bao looked like a squeaking mouth and gradually approached the edge of the water. It turned out that Hua Bao saw the crocodile in the water, so he directly raised his head and launched an attack. Hua Bu was frightened and quickly retreated after seeing Yu return to the water. Hua Bu, still unwilling to give up, continues to want more money. However, Yu ran away again, and Flower Castle failed many attempts, so he began to choose to retreat, intending to write a new position, but the department looked at it. After 4 weeks, Hua Bu still felt that this position was the most fake, so he returned here to continue to challenge Yu's authority. Then before he could reach the water, Yu opened his mouth again, and without giving way, Hua Bao began to fight. He retreated, and returned to the original path. He can't help, but his cousin's weekly newspaper is different. When he heard that his brother had been ambushed, he said that he must avenge the old hunter and searched everywhere for the shadow. At this time, Yuxi's figure appeared on the river, and America Bowdy squatted on the shore and moved. He quietly waited to get closer. When he arrived, he rushed into the water with a weekly newsletter. He was in the water, and fierce fighting, their bodies sank in the water. American explosion bit Yu's neck. This scene was really too shocking. His body was still twisting in the air. Unfortunately, in front of the powerful strength of American newspaper, all his efforts finally turned into cannon shadows. Obviously, a hungry fish could not satisfy American explosion. A huge fish was basking in the sun on the shore. He was the target of American newspaper. After discovering American newspaper, Yu hears the wind and mourns in the bottle of water. The experienced American newspaper slowly looked towards the fish, and he watched the movement on the shore without turning his eyes. The American newspaper unnoticed that his tiger-killing skills behind the fish made other big cats. The thin black figures lived in the falling leaves in the water. With a shout, they squatted into the water. They only saw them rolling in the water constantly, causing waves on the water surface. After all, this is the home stadium. Let's wait and see whether American newspaper can win by surprise. This is a classic action of American fish explosion, which is not conducive to resisting the sharpness of American fish explosion. It hooks his abdomen and rolls in death. It has lost its effect on American newspaper, and Tutu Mo's Bad begins to use his housekeeping skill to roll in death. Under normal circumstances, his move is powerless, but he didn't expect it to be eased by the American newspaper. This one was simply the king of the clan. His black head made people's hearts beat with shock. However, in front of the American newspaper, he is unruly. After more than 30 rounds of contest, Yu has lost the ability to fight. The American newspaper stood on the shore quietly recovering his physical strength, and finally dragged the fish away domineering.